The UCL final could cause problems for the UEFA Nations League finalists. Here's what's stupid. The Nations final takes place just days after the Champions League final. Why would you schedule tournaments right next to one another? Who does that?
And is UEFA the one sponsoring that tournament too? Because if they are, that
It
makes
says UEFA Nations League
Because if
finals.
they are, that makes it even worse because they do the Champions League too.
It says the UEFA Nations League finals.
Okay, then they are. That makes it even worse. What's going on? What's going on? Like and subscribe.
How you doing?
They need to. That was creepy.
Big time game time.
That's the best one.
They don't even know what we're talking about.
No, they didn't let me
That's
join
great.
the opera.
That's great. Anyway, we're talking about the Champions League today.
Yep, first video.
Oh well,
Video.
we got a couple announcements. We already mentioned our logo before.
Yeah.
So, but now it's hanging up. I think before in the last video it wasn't hanging up.
I think we just showed it.
But we got our logo up. And also March Madness bracket video.
Yep, March Madness bracket.
if
Running
you-
out of time.
If you know nothing about basketball, that's fine. But you can win a $25 gift card if you win the March Madness bracket tournament. All you need to do is go over to the March Madness bracket video and say, I want to join. And we'll give you a code to the ESPN website. You'll get on there and compete.
Join.
I mean, you can win free $25. I don't understand why nobody... They're probably not even watching. Is what
They're
the problem
stabbing
is.
me in the heart's what they're doing. They're
They're
betraying
not,
my
they're not
trust.
paying attention. They're skipping through the video and they're not paying attention to what... So, if you don't win $25, you come back to this video and you see this, I guess, well, too bad.
That's on you
But we're going to get into the Champions League.
as a fan / non-fan of basketball. So
We're going to get into the Champions League matches.
yeah.
And there's a couple of extra things after the Champions League that I want to talk about. But for this first video, I just want to go straight to the Champions League. I think it was the last week of the round of...
So what happened?
I think it was the last week of the round of 16.
Yeah, it was the last week.
Um,
Last 4 games.
so the first game we had was Juventus versus Atletico.
Yep.
Now this one, I think, was probably the most exciting game.
Sorry. I was yawning right when you said that. I didn't even mean to do that. No, yeah, that was a... I remember we watched the highlights for this game, and it was you go ahead and get into it.
Atletico had some chances to actually score. And
Atletico went into the game up 2-0 in aggregate.
yeah, and they just couldn't put anything away. And Cristiano Ronaldo showed in this game
Just-
why he's one of the best in the world,
I mean-
if not the best.
The way he was attacking the ball
Now,
was ridiculous.
it ended 3-0. Juventus won.
Yeah.
Ronaldo got all 3 goals.
Yep.
The shots were 16-5, so and 62 to 38% possession.
Yeah.
Mentioning Juventus first because they were the home team. Fouls 12 to 17, so Atletico made more fouls, probably trying to stop the attack. The formations were a 4-3-3 for Juventus, and it looked like a 4-4-2 holding with Atletico.
That's what it looked like. Their midfielders were like pushed back a little.
Not
bit.
only that, it looked like they were overloading the side with Cristiano Ronaldo on it.
Yeah, and that still didn't
So-
help.
So they sacrificed. They sacrificed part of the field.
You know, something Juventus did do is play Ronaldo up top in this game. They didn't play him out left. They played him up in the striker position. Did you see the formations?
Well, I think it was 4-3-3, but I think he was playing left wing.
Was he? So he was just pushed forward more.
I mean, that's where the left wing plays.
Well, yeah,
4-3-3.
Well, no, I know what you're saying. I thought he was up front. Maybe
Are you
not.
talking about he wasn't like all the way out wide?
Yeah, like he wasn't all the way out
Yes.
at left mid.
Yes,
he was pushed up.
Yeah, it was more. Well, I see what you're getting at. That makes more sense in what they were doing there with doing just a straight attack with Ronaldo instead of playing him straight out wide because they need to get goals back.
Mhm.
So yeah, it did look like they were playing a more attacking style instead of playing. It looked.
Which
it
they
looked like,
had to anyway. They were down 2-0.
It looked like a narrow 4-3-3 instead of a wide.
Yeah. Okay. I guess that's what I was getting at.
Which
2 headers. 2 of his goals were headers, right?
yeah, I think so. And one of them. Now the penalty kick at the end. I didn't like. It looked like he tripped over his own feet.
Yeah. It looked like the guy put his hand out, didn't push him, just put his hand out on his back.
They always tell you as a defender that when you're running, try to stay out from behind the guy, so there's no question.
Yep.
Because at a fast angle, where the referee was standing,
Yeah. From fast pace.
and fast pace, it looked like the guy clipped his ankles.
Yeah. Because when they showed the first replay from behind, that's what I thought happened.
But the guy tripped over himself.
Yeah.
And the goal penalty kick. I hate to see stuff like that to end the games, but Ronaldo scored it, and that sent Juventus through.
Ronaldo, you know, he proved in this game.
But he had already scored 2 goals leading up to that, so
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
And Atletico had a chance to score, they just didn't. Now, you got Man City versus Schalke next.
Which
Now, I was going to talk about this game last.
the results weren't really surprising, but it was the score line that was
This
surprising.
was ridiculous. It was just absolute. It got so ridiculous. I was watching the highlights. It got so ridiculous. I started playing a mobile game. it got boring with how many goals they were scoring.
Yeah.
God, 6 different players scored in this game.
7-0. 7-0 was the final.
There was a penalty kick in this game. Aguero scored.
Yeah, Aguero
and like
scored
you said,
penalty.
it was 7-0.
Yeah.
Shots 15-2 for Man City. 11 on goal to 1 on goal for Schalke.
72-28.
Possession,
Possession.
which is the most dominant I've ever seen. Man City just dominated at home. The formations were 4-3-3 for Man City,
Yeah.
and then a 5-4-1 for Schalke. So
And
I
they had
guess
5 at the back, and they scored 7 goals.
yeah, I guess the
So,
defensive formation didn't work out too well. So
This game was 3-2 on aggregate going into this game. So
not
I mean,
anymore. Finished 10-2
It's not
on
anymore.
aggregate.
It's 10-2 now.
We're going to a baseball game.
I don't know.
Now we're going into Barcelona versus Lyon.
There wasn't a lot to say about that game.
There wasn't a lot to say about this game either. Barcelona versus Lyon. It finished 5-1 on aggregate.
When I looked when the goals were scored, it seemed like maybe Barcelona got that lead and Lyon started pushing maybe because they scored what 3 or 4 of their goals later in the 75th minute plus. So
But this game ended 5-1, and it finished 5-1 on aggregate.
Yeah.
Because the first game was 0-0.
Yep.
Now the shots were 19-11 for Barcelona,
10 on goal.
10 on goal to 2 on goal for Lyon. Possession, Barcelona had 55% to 45%.
Which I mean isn't like a
Which
complete.
kind of leads into what you were saying. It looked like they were pushing late.
Yeah, I think they were pushing late and Barcelona just got behind them.
Now the formations were 4-3-3 for Barcelona and a 5-3-2 for Lyon.
Yeah, another 5 at the back.
Messi had 2 goals, with one of them being a penalty kick. So
So,
there was another penalty kick.
As
in
you
this
can
game.
see, Messi and Ronaldo pretty much, you know,
And 4 different players scored for this team.
big,
Now
big players perform big and
I was getting ready to say that you can see how the best attackers in each team
yeah,
shined in
yeah,
these games.
shined. Yep.
And you'll see that in this next game.
Yeah.
Bayern Munich versus Liverpool.
Yep.
This was the last game. This one in the Juventus game might have been the most exciting games.
Yeah.
This one arguably was because this one was so close. Liverpool won this one 3-1.
Yep.
And it finished 3-1 on aggregate because this was another 0-0.
Mm-hmm.
Now Bayern was at home.
Yeah,
I think this was the only home team that did
lost.
not win.
I think so.
Bayern Munich had 1 goal. Liverpool had 3, of course, obviously. Bayern had 7 shots. Liverpool had 10. Bayern had 2 on goal. Liverpool had 6. Possession. Now Bayern Munich had 58% possession.
Yeah.
To Liverpool's 42.
Yeah.
Liverpool just finished their chances. Now Liverpool also had a lot more fouls. They had 14 fouls to Bayern's 7.
They're being a little bit more
They
aggressive.
were being more aggressive.
More aggressive.
And there were a lot of yellow cards in this game. There were 5 yellow cards.
Yeah.
2 for Bayern and 3 for Liverpool. Now, Mane shined in this game. He had 2 goals.
Yeah, he played really good.
And one of them was just absolutely unreal. This guy scores goals that are just ridiculous.
And I saw a stat. I would say it, but I can't remember what it was. It was something about the number of goals he scored in the Champions League with everybody he's been with. So I don't want to say what I think. It was something to do with the number of goals he scored has come in like big games. So it's basically he scored a lot in big games. So he scores in big
Okay.
games. It's basically what the stat said. It
Well,
was
and what I wanted to get into was the goal he scored against Neuer. He made Neuer look like an absolute idiot. You know how Neuer comes out a lot
yeah,
to get the ball?
yeah.
He saw Neuer coming out, and it was kind of like a 50-50 ball. Mane turned, shielded the ball, turned on the goalkeeper, and chipped it over his head in between 2 defenders in the back corner of the goal.
Okay.
So, and then the goal that Bayern got was an own goal.
It was an own goal. Yeah.
But it was one of those, the defender,
Where they put it in the right spot to get something like that.
the defender, it was across the box. The defender, I think his name was Robinson for Liverpool.
Yeah.
He didn't push up like he was supposed
Robertson?
to. Robertson.
Robertson? Okay.
He didn't push up like he was supposed to. Yeah, excuse me, I messed up the pronunciation. He didn't push up like he was supposed to.
Yeah.
So when they did the they sent a long ball over the top, and the defender was just caught out flat-footed, and they just went in on goal and sent the ball across the box. The cross was to Lewandowski, but he would have put it in regardless.
Okay, so it didn't matter.
It didn't matter. Mane got the second goal. Salah chipped a ball in with the outside of his boot. That was just ridiculous. Right to his head. Neuer couldn't do anything about it.
There's this three-headed attack for Liverpool. They got Salah, Mane, and Firmino.
Apparently Van Dijk too, because
I heard Van Dijk was really good defensively in this game.
well, he also got a heading goal from a corner kick.
Yeah.
Now the formations for Bayern Munich, 4-3-3. It looked like a defensive 4-3-3.
So they had one CDM in there.
It looked like it. It looked like the defensive 4-3-3. Looked like a holding 4-3-3, and
Which I guess
actually doesn't make any sense.
I guess with possession, it would make sense though.
And Liverpool looked like they had a 4-3-3 wide attacking,
Which is what they usually play.
which makes sense because they did have 2 crossing goals.
Yeah.
So Mane was unbelievable in this game. Jurgen Klopp. People are giving him a lot of hate for Liverpool because it looks like he may not win the title. He's one of the best coaches to me, in my opinion. And I don't understand.
Look how quick he's turned the team around since he's come there.
Liverpool fans are too quick to judge their team, I think. But the last part I want to get into does have to do with the Premier League because that's what we talk about a lot. This is the first time that all English teams qualify since 08-09.
That's crazy.
Which it actually kind of ridiculous. I mean, this is ridiculous for all English teams to qualify.
Yeah. Especially considering teams like Real Madrid are out. It's gonna be interesting to see some of the matchups that get put together in the round of 8. Interested to see that.
So it's been a decade.
Yeah.
Which I still think is ridiculous. To me, that seems pretty soon. But here's the problem. And I have a problem with the way. I'm going to start getting mad because the things I'm getting ready to get into are poor planning. The organizations are being run with a bunch of idiots. I don't understand who's running this stuff. The UCL final could cause problems for the UEFA Nations League finalists. Here's what's stupid. The Nations final takes place just days after the Champions League final. Why would you schedule tournaments right next to one another? Who does that?
And is UEFA the one sponsoring that tournament too? Because if they are, that makes
says UEFA Nations League finals.
If they are, that makes it even worse because they do the Champions League too.
It says the UEFA Nations League finals.
Okay, then they are. That makes it even worse. It's the same people.
Why would you schedule? Why would you schedule a national tournament where players who are very important because the Champions League? It's not like it's like the Community Shield.
Yeah.
It's not like they're playing, or maybe the FA Cup where they take some younger players and try to win the tournament.
Try to win the tournament.
It's the Champions League. You take your best.
Yep.
So why would you have a national tournament where these players might not be playing for their nation?
Yeah, look at all the English players.
Yeah, you got teams like England can miss out on
top England players.
You also have Switzerland, teams like that are in the tournament.
Yeah.
But look at these English players. You got Sterling, you got Stones, you got Kyle Walker, you got Rashford, you got Henderson, you got Dyer, you got Kane.
Look, those are some of their top attacking players. Kane, Rashford, Sterling. Those are some of their top attacking players.
John Stones who plays defense.
Yeah.
Kyle Walker who plays defense.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you doing? I hope you're watching this. And I hope I make you mad. What are you doing? Seriously. And we're going to get into the World Cup in the next video.
Yeah, that's
even worse.
Yeah, that one's going to be even worse.
What are you doing? Why? Just to appease people so you don't make people... it seems like they don't want to hurt people's feelings.
Yeah.
I'm getting sick of that in the world.
That's how everything is. Everything's done with feelings now. That's how everything's decided.
We are sacrificing... I'm trying to refrain from saying it. We are sacrificing logic and reasoning to make people feel better about themselves.
Yeah.
For no reason. And it's not even for a legitimate thing. Like somebody's like messed up or sick or actually has like a legitimate human rights concern.
It's just the way they feel.
It's just...
Yeah.
Well, it's like a child that didn't get their toy at Walmart. That's how a lot of people are acting.
Mm-hmm.
And you have the people in charge who are going, well, okay. This is leading into the next video, so I don't want to get too much into it right now.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you would schedule a tournament, UEFA. with another tournament that you're hosting, UEFA, that's right on top of it. That doesn't make any sense.
Like I said, that's even worse that they're hosting both tournaments.
That doesn't even make any sense. Why are you doing that? Anyway, that's it for our first video. It's just pure stupidity. We talked about March Madness. If you want to be entered into winning a $25 gift card, go over to a March Madness bracket video, leave a comment. You don't need to know anything about basketball because when I first started, I didn't either.
It doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, when I first started like 5 years ago, I had no idea what I was doing. I was just picking teams, and actually, I won first.
Yeah.
First and third, but just go over to that video, leave a comment, say you went in. You can win a free $25 gift card. It costs you nothing to enter. There's no gimmick. There's no catch. So I don't. Your information's safe. I don't understand. All people see is your comment. So just go over and do that. And if you win, we'll get in contact with you and we'll send you the card.
Yep.
But that's it with Cody and James, Common Sense Sports. Make sure to like, subscribe,
Hit the notification bell.
leave us a comment, and we'll see you in the next video.
Yep.